First, I want to thank CARE, the One Campaign, and the Better World Campaign for putting on this important forum, because we do have to remember, even at a political convention, what the purpose of a political party is. And the purpose of a political party is to elect candidates that are going to advance an agenda that reflects not only our nation's values, but the values in the United States of America that we would like to share with the world. And so that is the shared priorities of all three of these incredible organizations, and I want to talk to you a little bit about my own experience as a legislator, as an appropriator, and as a member of the State Foreign Operations Appropriations Subcommittee. So good afternoon. I'm so thrilled to be able to be here and share this important event with you because you all are such an important voice. I will tell you that having been on a learning tour last year with CARE to Malawi and Kenya, and pretty much everywhere I go, One Campaign volunteers are among the most effusive and enthusiastic and engaged and involved young people that, and sometimes not so young, that I encounter. It's really just wonderful to be able to join you. It's especially inspiring to have been able to be involved with CARE's incredible work, see what they're doing all over the world with humanitarian relief and focused, sustained development, in particular because CARE has been a champion of programs that benefit women and girls, which are issues really near and dear to my heart. In the same way that we know when women succeed, America succeeds, we know that investing in girls and women translates into resilient and prosperous communities as a whole. Now, some of you may know, and I just mentioned, that I have a deep and personal relationship with CARE. In my capacity as a member of Congress on the State and Foreign Operations Appropriations Subcommittee, I had the privilege of traveling on a learning tour last year to Malawi and Kenya, and it was really a transformational experience. I met with the Village Savings and Loan Association, and I saw the transformative power a woman being in control of her own financial decisions can have. I met an incredible woman, Esther, who I had a chance to sit on the porch with and talk about what the impact was of the VISLA program on her life, on how she could now make sure that she could pay the tuition for school, because in Malawi, school is not free or universal, that she could pay the school tuition fees for all 8 of her children, that she was fully within her own control of making sure that she could feed them, that she was able to have her own small business, a micro business that enabled her to plant seeds and grow her own food, separate and apart from her attachment with her husband, and make her own decisions about planting and selling her crops. Now, those values, that is the operational impact of our party's values as reflected in the Democratic Party's platform. We strongly believe as a party that international development assistance is not only the right thing to do, but an essential instrument of promoting American national security. CARE's core advocacy programs are in fact similar to the values that we espouse in the party. Locally and internationally, we're committed to ending gender-based violence, promoting maternal and newborn health, and ensuring that all babies and families have food security, and that is enshrined in our party platform. The Obama administration and the State Department under Secretary Clinton championed many of the issues and programs that CARE and the other co-sponsoring organizations have been integrally in the forefront of leading. President Obama nominated Milan Verveer to be the first ever U.S. Ambassador at Large for global women's issues. That's just a tremendous source of pride and shows you where our party's priorities are. And she's serving in Secretary Clinton's Office of Global Women's Issues she served in Secretary Clinton's Office of Global Women's Issues at the State Department. Secretary Clinton prioritized diplomatic initiatives like the National Action Plan for Women, Peace, and Security to ensure that women in countries of conflict have a vocal and vital role in conflict resolution and political development. In the House of Representatives, we've made strides in introducing the International Violence Against Women Act, which unfortunately is not yet law, but we've been able to include many important provisions from it through programming in the State and Foreign Operations Bill. And my colleague and one of my mentors, Nita Lowy, you're going to hear from next, who has led the fight in that direction, even while we're in the minority. These programs include, which by the way, we're going to change very soon. These programs include training police and military units who receive U.S. foreign assistance to recognize signs of gender-based violence and to stop the use of rape as a tool of war. Similarly, USAID's development programs, which have increased in scope under the Obama administration, like CARES Savings and Loan Program, ensure that women are prioritized in economic development and education programs. Michelle Obama's Let's Girls Learn initiative is just another example. In the House of Representatives, Democrats are on the front lines, fighting to ensure that our international assistance includes critical family planning services that promote maternal and child health. Time and again, domestically and internationally, data shows that information about and access to family planning information decreases unwanted pregnancies and abortions. Yet, we still have an obstacle, a rigid obstacle with our Republican colleagues in making sure that we don't have to have that fight every single fiscal year. Family planning helps girls stay in school longer, get more education, which we tell them every time we mark up this bill, and enter and remain in the workforce, contributing to overall economic growth. Now, I know everyone in this room played a role in passing the Global Food Security Act, of which I'm a co-sponsor. Feed the Future, Administrator Shaw's, whose neck I just was able to hug, his approach to institutionalizing nutrition and food security as cornerstones of U.S. development policy will now be permanent. That is such a big deal. It's not something that's dependent upon who the president is, but now enshrined in law. CARE was a leading partner in helping advocate for that priority, and I thank you for that. And to conclude, I just want to thank you again for your advocacy and for working to ensure that the Democratic Party embraces and prioritizes the critical role that development plays for millions of people around the world in our foreign policy. And to my friends at CARE, I will just say that I forgive you, and I would consider bringing a staffer with me on one of your learning tours again, as long as you promise not to pilfer the staffer like you did with Rachel Hall, who is now on the CARE staff and is doing a fantastic job as she did for me. Thank you so much.